is the great Sandra Smith, co-anchor of America Reports on Fox News.
Best introduction I've ever had. Thank you.
Thank you for coming. As always, we love having you.
Well, you've got the ear of Kristen Sinema, so what are you saying next?
I'm going to give her credit because the CapEx investment tax, the so-called minimum corp tax, that would have been the economically worst thing.
Okay.
So I'm just saying this whole thing could have been worse, but it ain't very good anyway. It's here's my, Sandra, this will not increase Democrats' popularity. It's not going to help them in November. They're still spending, social spending, fossil fuel warfare, and there'll be assorted taxes still left in this thing. I mean, my question to you is, does this do anybody any good? That's my question. It's kind of
I think that's a fair question. I think it's one that the White House is struggling to answer right now. I'm thankful that the White House deployed Jared Bernstein on a big jobs report today. The White House taking a victory lap, to your point. Great news for the American economy, getting people back to work. Happy to see that. Can dig into the job participation rate in a minute if you want. I mean, because we're still seeing that it fell for a third straight month. You need to see everybody back to work, looking for work if they're not in a job, to really see a robust jobs recovery. That being said, if Jared Bernstein or this economics team at the White House or the president himself came out and said, this inflation act meant to bring down these high prices that everyone is suffering through every day. Go into middle America, go down the street, talk to the low middle class. The number one conversation is inflation right now. They're struggling to pay their bills. Some people are working 2 jobs just to pay for this. If they would set out to sell this and back it up with data and something in that bill that actually tamed prices and said that it's going to bring down inflation 5% below wage growth, so that we're going to bring those prices down, and all those people who are going back to work are going to see their wages going up more than inflation, say a 5-point drop in inflation, we would be listening and we would be cheering that on. That's not the case. I had the opportunity to ask Jared Bernstein, economic advisor to the president, about that today on our show earlier. And by some estimates, he said, when I asked how much it'll bring inflation down, he suggested 1/3 of a point. I mean, that's not going to really help anybody.
By the way, Jared's an old friend of mine.
I know, and you've always said
he's a really good guy, but he's not just, we disagree on policy and politics. Look, let me ask you this. Step back for a second. Does anybody think we needed any more spending? See, in this bill, and I'm going to combine this bill with the CHIPS bill, okay? There's $950
Hopefully
billion.
That's you and not me.
Is that me? I thought I turned my phone off. I'll turn my phone off. Actually, it could not be my phone. Anyway, in this bill, is there anybody that believes we need more spending? That's the question I'm going to ask.
I think that is the question.
Does anyone really think we need another $1 trillion?
No, I think you can go a step beyond that. Show a time in history, Larry. You and others watching this program right now are probably great studies of American history and economic history at that. You cannot point to any moment in American history where we were suffering and living through times of sky-high inflation and implementing more spending brought prices down. It's just never happened, and thank goodness that was your phone and not mine.
You know what? This is the reason I don't turn my phone on, because I always forget to turn it off.
Why'd you have it? There's always a reason that you turned it on.
I don't know. It's really bad, but please continue. You're on a roll.
I'm just saying there's never been a time in history, and we have Democratic presidents, Obama and others, on the record saying, you don't implement more spending or hike taxes in a time of inflation.
Right.
There's never been a moment in time where adding more spending to the equation has brought prices down. So why does anybody think this time is different? That's my riff.
And no, righto, because the CPI may be a little softer in July because gasoline prices are down, but the year-to-year change in the CPI is going to be north of 8%. So real wages are going to continue to fall. They're running 5 to 6%.
Yep.
So that's not good. There's nothing in this bill. Look, the CBO, the Joint Tax Committee, the Tax Foundation, the Penn-Wharton model, they all say there's nothing that's going to stop inflation in this bill. What would help stop inflation from fiscal policy is no more spending, freeze spending, and some supply-side tax relief or some supply-side regulatory relief. None of that is in this bill.
And some fossil fuel-friendly discussion from the White House. Karine Jean-Pierre was giving her press briefing. It happened live in our hours. Peter Doocy was able to ask her some questions. We aired the exchange live. She is touting, and this is the White House touting the recent drop in gasoline prices like this is something great for the American people. And she shamed him for suggesting that it wasn't. No, that's great. Prices have come down. But when you look at where prices were when Biden took office, what was it, $2.40 a gallon, and where we are today, you're still at over $4 a gallon as a national average, $4.11 as of today, AAA. That's pain. I mean, when you're filling up your tank to go to work, that's still a big equation into your family pocketbook. That's still eating up a lot of dollars.
I'm just thinking again, I can't get this out of my mind now that I shut my
Oh, what is it now?
It's just that this was the centerpiece of Joe Biden's economic agenda. It started out as a $5 trillion bill with unbelievable taxes. So now it's a $1 trillion bill, or maybe slightly less. Still got tax. Is this what we want? Is this the best we can do? Does this address America's problems? Does this give us a rosier outlook? Does this keep Americans or make Americans more optimistic? Is this about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness?
Amen.
You mentioned the history. I've lived most of the history of this country. It's about 250 years. I've seen it all. This just doesn't excite me, Sandra, and I don't think it excites ordinary folks out there.
I think that
I'm just saying, it's like, really?
Well, not to mention, this is a bill to fix the problems that were created by this administration.
Oh, right.
Let's not forget that. I keep track every day, and I jot it down before I come to see you. 61% of Americans, more than half of them making over $100,000 a year, are living paycheck to paycheck in this country. That is not something to celebrate, and that is not a rosy picture of what people are living through right now. Bureau of Labor Statistics, a record number of Americans are now holding 2 full-time jobs just to pay for this inflation. That's the reality of the situation while inflation's at a 4-decade high. To have the grand plan to bring down inflation by 1/3 of a percentage point, that's what we're supposed to be happy with. I go back to the jobs, great. Let's see more of it. Let's see more people get back to work. But the wages that they're working for are not making up for the inflation.
No, that's it. And they can't solve that problem. And there's nothing in this stupid monstrosity of a bill.
Tell us how you really feel, Larry.
And by the way, I just want to say this D.C. inside the Beltway IRS assault on America. Okay, really? $80 billion for 87,000 agents.
Nothing could go. What could go wrong?
They're gonna go after Uber drivers. They're gonna go after little bodegas. They're gonna go after small businesses. They're gonna go after conservative groups like they always do. Shades of Lois Lerner. Is this what people really? Oh, wait a second. People are home in Middle America. What's Middle America? Iowa. Let's take Iowa. Or how about South Dakota? My executive producer is South Dakota. Sitting around the kitchen table saying, Harry, that is wonderful that we're going to have 87,000 more IRS agents. That is so good. I think I'm voting Democrat this year.
Oh, yeah.
You think that's going to really
That's going to help his approval rating. Big time.
That's the stupidest part. You can catch the great Sandra Smith on America Reports weekdays at 1 p.m. Eastern on Fox News. And if you can't by some chance see it, I'm going to use my line. Dial up your favorite 9-year-old and you can DVR the show. You cannot miss Sandra.
I'm going to go join our friends on the 5 tonight.
Oh, even better. Even better. I'm going to watch it.